team of French and Swiss researchers said today that they too will now attempt to produce nuclear fusion at room temperature. They are the latest to join the race to check and prove claims made by University of Utah scientists on this potential source of inexpensive, plentiful, and clean nuclear energy. CBS News correspondent Jerry Bowen brings us up to date on the spread of fusion fever.
The electrochemical cell.
The question in laboratories the world over this week has been, is it soup yet? Has anyone else been able to cook up the incredible Utah cold fusion experiment?
It's being enthusiastically pursued, I would say, by 1,000 laboratories in the United States.
I hope that your fever in this area of fusion fever stays high.
In this one hectic week, 7,000 scientists rushed to Dallas to hear Stanley Pons explain his work. Only 1,700 had been expected.
Early on, we didn't have very much money, so we chose Rubbermaid here, which worked out quite well for the water bath.
Utah's experiment did use a Rubbermaid dishpan, along with a car battery and a jar. The battery generated electricity through so-called heavy water in the jar. Deuterium atoms in the water were forced into a metal rod made of palladium. Some scientists think the palladium has special characteristics which pack the atoms very tightly, so tightly they supposedly fuse and create more energy than was put in. The Italians, French, and Swiss announced they're trying to duplicate it. Scientists in Moscow, as usual, claim they'd already done it 20 times at least. Georgia Tech is rechecking its numbers, but researchers in Texas and the University of Washington say they've been partially successful.
If it turns out that our data is garbage, people are going to say, well, they're just graduate students, they're learning.
But skeptics continue to warn against rushing to judgment.
Is this the discovery of the century, or can it be explained in much less interesting ways?
No matter, since the word broke, the price of palladium, the metal used in the experiment, has soared $30 an ounce. MIT rushed to patent theories on how it all works after this man, one of their scientists, said he knows, but he's not talking. And the University of Utah, where it all began, has a growing list of Fortune 500 companies wanting a piece of the action.
This has been a very exciting week for people in fusion.
Very exciting. But it's not quite soup. Jerry Bowen, CBS News, Los Angeles.